Hello and welcome everyone. This is Doris and I am here with the third week of the fall collaboration between DearJulieJulie and CaraBrandonCreations. Let's take a look at the digitals that they came up with for this week. First we have Julie's. You can see she has some larger elements here and then more of a postcard size. Some little bit of lace elements here and some minis. And then over on this side, she has an owl and mushrooms. All right, and then looking at Cara's, whoops, turn that around. Cara's is one big collage. Okay, so there's a lot you can do with this one as well. So let's see what I came up with combining their digitals together this week. All right, so first I'm going to start out with Cara's large collage sheet. And the only thing I did to it was add this green ribbon on the edge here. I really like it, kind of gives it a little bit more of a modern edge, I guess. And then I also added this really old vintage lace, as you can see right there. So that's what I did for Cara's digital sheet. Now let's take a look at what I did with everything that Julie had come up with. All right, so first I have this paper clip I came up with. So I am using Julie's miniature mushroom picture here. On the back here is just cardstock, but I put a leaf stamp on, and on the front a little bit here. The green paper underneath, that is part of the end paper that is from the book that I'm going to be using. I added another cardstock underneath with some lace there too. So that takes care of that piece there. All right, so next I am using these two images here and also these two here as well. And these are going to go onto this here that I did in a previous week. So on the one I have the owl, and I cut around that. I have like a postage style punch out or postage style punch that I used. Then on the back side is this mushroom of Julie's that's right there. Okay. Then on the other one, I have the stamp from here. And on the back, it's really hard to focus that image, but I'm using this image here and I just trimmed it down a little bit. So we might as well go ahead and just hook those right on. And I made sure to put a design on both sides because that way, you know, when you flip this around, you have something else to look at. Okay, so that takes care of those elements. Then I made a pocket with Julie's postcard size image here. That's the background. Added some vintage seam binding up here that's all crinkled. And in case you didn't know, you can get that crinkly effect just by taking it and running it underwater. I just bunch it up in a ball, keep it real squeezed tight, and just let it air dry just like that. Don't try to straighten it out or anything. And you can have that same look. You don't have to buy specific crinkled seam binding. Okay? And then, so this image here of Julie's, the doily, that's my background. Now these two pieces here are part of Cara's freebie that she offered to go along with this collaboration. Okay, then my last piece is this large belly band that I've created. I have a cardstock the divider from the very first week of the challenge. I had used part of that. That's here. And this piece here is right here on Julie's image. And then just to add a little dimension, I ran it through in a leaf embossing folder. And I meant to actually put ink on the embossing folder first and then run this through with the leaf image. But instead, I forgot to do that. And so I just went around the leaf images with a gold marker that I had. You can see it there faintly. And I'm kind of laughing at myself because it reminds me of the famous Bob Ross quote. He always said, "It's not a mistake. These are happy accidents." Okay, so let's all keep that in mind when we feel like we've made a mistake. Let's see, another thing I did, oh, this little doily piece here. That is from Julie's right here. Then we had these 3 little mini tags. And what I did for that was I took a die that I have and punched out the background for those 3 tags right here on Julie's piece there. And that's where I added these 3 images. Now you'll notice that these 3 images, there's the numbers from the flinch cards. Well, when you have the image face up on these, the numbers were upside down, and I didn't care for that. So coming up with something else, I had a leaf stamp, so I used that on 2 different colors of cardstock, and I just put it right over those numbers, and I thought that worked out good. Then each tag has a little piece of copper ribbon. And then last I have these 3 mushroom pieces on here, and they are from that same freebie from Cara that goes with this collaboration. So there's quite a lot going on here, but overall I really like how it turned out. Another happy accident. If you're going to stitch something, don't go back and try and sand that same area because you'll end up ripping your stitching. I'm laughing at myself. These things you figure out after the fact that don't exactly work out like you thought they would. Okay, and to conclude, these are my projects I've come up with for week 3 of the collaboration. Be sure and check out that hashtag JNCFall22 where you can see what other crafters are doing using these same 2 digital sheets that DearJulieJulie and CaraBrandonCreations have come up with. There are 2 more weeks, and I will have all of their information below, their YouTube and Etsy shops, in case you are interested in participating. It's not too late, so please come and join us. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day.